Tabloid fears this time as ever for Harry and Meghan, but more importantly, why? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thanks for joining me today. Lovely to see you. And of course, welcome all these brand new subscribers. I truly am happy that you're all joining this fun. I hope you're having fun anyway. And thank you so much for your warm and kind comments. In particular, of course, some recent stories about the tie from Australia. Loved wearing it. Got lots and lots of comments, by the way, when I was out and about filming in London for the channels. Funnily enough, people want to know where you get it from. So it's great, isn't it, when you get something unique and people think, where'd you get that from then, you know? So thank you once again for all, as I say, your kind comments. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. It's interesting, isn't it, to note, I often find with these stories that as we told you on the show a few days back now, Harry and Meghan are having to source outside production teams to help them put together some of their Spotify output and Netflix stuff, all that sort of gear, you know. Interesting, I find, because they were going to do it all on their own, and then as ever, when you go into a very new venture, it's a lot harder than you think. But as ever with Harry and Meghan, nothing is truly straightforward, and once again we have to say allegedly. Now the reason behind this is this: as we know, they've hit back, or their team have hit back, saying that the Obamas took just as long to make their product. Well, it's a little strange really, isn't it, comparing yourself to a former president of the United States to being two micro ex-royals. But more importantly for Harry and Meghan, they now have bigger fears, and this is the reason why. As we know, they've been advertising for, you know, producers, people with online content experience, that sort of stuff. Thought about applying myself, but I like to get things done quickly and move on. Hate hanging around, hate having to listen to other people's sort of ideas that you know are not going to work. It's called experience, but no doubt the call will come through soon. I'm not so sure about that, but there you go. But honestly, what the bigger problem they have now is this, and this has come to me from a very good source. I do find it quite funny, actually. They are now very worried about any of the people that they take on from the outside world, as allegedly it's being called, to work with them, because of course, as ever, they're worried about tabloid leaks. Now, it is a bit of a worry because obviously I know over here in the United Kingdom, many of the tabloid newspapers are trying to source people who would be willing to go forward for jobs, or indeed try and get jobs within the organisation. So their fears are right. But truly, what could these people find out? You know, once you're working in a studio, whether it be a very small content studio, I hardly think you're going to be seeing Harry and Meghan on a daily basis and finding out any information. But as ever, you know, as I've said to you before, Harry and Meghan are big bucks for the tabloid newspapers. People like to know what they're up to. So if you are planning to go for one of those jobs within the Spotify organisation, or indeed Netflix moving forward, expect a very thorough investigation onto your CV, background, and more importantly, your experience. And just then, and only just then, when you've passed through all of that, you may land a job with the Archwell Company. And who knows where that could lead? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.